Greetings, thank you all for watching. My name is Kripke, and I will be your guide as we analyze in detail everything about this episode. We will be learning about the different supernatural entities, how it was defeated, as well as some interesting trivia facts, fun continuity errors, and crazy flubs made in the episode. And don't forget to stick around at the end for more information. In case you're looking to become a supernatural hunter, I have to make sure you are prepared. Don't forget your digital recorder, EMF meter from eBay, blowtorch for burning remains, lots and lots of salt, an iron for smacking ghosts. Oops, wrong one. Iron for smacking ghosts. Oh yeah. Your thermometer for finding cold spots. Your trusty PKE meter. Turn off all the lights.
Hey!
Make sure you close all your doors and lock it tight. And just in case, cover all the mirrors.
Ah!
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy. Ever hear of a sexy Reaper before? This is the second time we see a Reaper, and in its true form. This Reaper's name is Tessa, and is quite chatty. We also get to experience Dean as a ghost and how he copes being in the Vale. He learns new things about spirits in general from Tessa. We also see one of the princes of hell himself, as John Winchester makes the ultimate deal with a demon. Let's get started. The Winchesters are injured and unconscious following a collision between the Impala and a semi-trailer. The family is taken to a hospital to deal with their injuries. Dean wakes up. He gets out of bed and walks into the hallway. He calls Sam and John, but there's no answer. The hospital seems to be deserted. He walks down the stairs to where a nurse is sitting at a desk. He tries to talk to her, but she appears not to even see him. He snaps his fingers in front of her face, but she does nothing. He runs back down the hall to see his room, and sees his own body lying on the bed still, attached to many tubes and machines. He then realizes what he is: a disembodied spirit, a ghost. The prognosis is not good. The doctor tells Sam they do not know if Dean will survive.
Well, what can we do?
Well, we won't know his full condition until he wakes up. If he wakes up.
If.
Then Dean realizes that he's not alone. Another spirit is roaming the hospital. It looks like it's doing something to the patients, where they seem to die once it touches them.
Please.
This is not just another spirit. It's a Reaper, doing its job. Dean is now becoming aware that he might be next on its list.
They'll make fun of me for this, but there's one way we can talk.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
As a Reaper, Tessa possesses many abilities. Let's go over the ones that she used in this episode. Flight is the ability to defy the laws of gravity in movement. In her true form, she has the ability to float or glide in the air. Alter human perception.
You know, you read the most interesting things. For example, did you know that Reapers can alter human perception? Like, say, a pretty girl.
Reapers have the power to alter their appearance to humans. In their natural form, they appear more frightening and can often make spirits run from them. Tessa altered hers to look like a young, beautiful woman, so to put Dean at ease. Resurrection.
Can you bring Dean back? Yes or no?
No. But I know someone who can.
This is the power to revive the deceased. It is an extremely difficult power to harness, but for Reapers, it's as simple as popping a pimple. Since Reapers are restricted to use this power, Azazel possessed her and forced her to resurrect Dean's soul back into his body and healing him.
Dean!
Death Touch. This is the power to kill a being simply by touching them. There are varying degrees of this. Reapers only kill humans by touch, and its main use is to free the soul from their bodies before leading them to heaven or hell. Since Dean was a ghost for a very short time, he was only able to muster one ability: telekinesis. This is the ability to move virtually anything with their minds if they have enough concentration on the object. With practice, they can become stronger telekinetics, able to manipulate many simple objects at once. In Dean's case, he got so angry that he hit a small glass of water off the table. Being a prince of hell, he has many abilities, but unfortunately in this episode, he only shows 2.
How stupid do you think I am?
You really want an honest answer to that?
Demonic possession. Possession is the process where a being takes control of another being's body. Certain creatures require human bodies to interact with the physical world. These are normally spiritual beings such as angels and demons. Demons can take control of a person in question involuntarily. Angels, however, require permission from their host.
Today's your lucky day, kid.
Electromagnetic interference. Demons, like spirits, often disrupt nearby electronics with their presence. Azazel made the lights flicker as he made his way to Tessa through the vents.
You can stay. You'll stay here for years. Disembodied, scared, and over the decades, it'll probably drive you mad. Maybe you'll even get violent.
What are you saying?
Dean, how do you think angry spirits are born? They can't let go, and they can't move on. And you're about to become one. The same thing you hunt.
In case you run into a similar Reaper, and you can see it, well, nice knowing you. But I'll show you how the Winchesters stopped it anyways.
How death is nothing to fear. It's your time to go, Dean. And you're living on borrowed time already.
John Winchester sneaks down to the boiler room and performs a ritual to summon Azazel to make a deal with him.
I want to make a deal.
John is willing to give him the cult, which Azazel fears, in exchange to save Dean.
So we have a deal.
No, John, not yet. You still need to sweeten the pot.
The yellow-eyed demon asks for John's soul along with the cult, and then he agrees. While Dean and Tessa are talking, Azazel takes control of the Reaper and performs a resurrection on Dean, restoring his soul and healing his injuries.
Damn!
John says his goodbyes to his boys before the demon takes his soul, along with the cult.
I want you to watch out for Sammy, okay?
Yeah, Dad, you know I will. You're scaring me.
Don't be scared, Dean.
Sam and Dean lost their father, this time permanently.
Still no pulse.
Okay, that's it, everybody. I'll call it. Time of death, 10:41 a.m.
This is the analysis and reveal, where I put the episode under a microscope for your entertainment and knowledge. Number 1.
You can either roll over and die, or you can keep fighting no matter what.
37 code blue. Dr. Kripke,
Dean, where are you going?
Just wait here.
In the scene where Dean and Tessa are talking, if you listen closely, you can hear over the intercom, Dr. Kripke, code blue. Of course, this is a reference to Eric Kripke, the creator of Supernatural. He is also called to room 237, which is the haunted room from the movie The Shining in 1980. Number 2.
It's a mistake.
I said shut up! Dude, I full-on Swayze that mother.
This is a reference to the movie Ghost, in which Patrick Swayze's ghost character only manages to move something when he gets angry. The movie stars Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, and Whoopi Goldberg. It came out in 1990. Number 3. The title of this episode is called In My Time of Dying, is actually the title of a Led Zeppelin song. Number 4.
Here. Give him my insurance. Elroy McGillicuddy?
The name on John's medical insurance is Elroy McGillicuddy. This is a reference to I Love Lucy. McGillicuddy is Lucy Ricardo's maiden name. Number 5.
Just calm down. What's your name?
Tessa.
Okay, good. Tessa, I'm Dean.
Tessa is the first Reaper seen in Supernatural in a normal human form. The Greek meaning of the name Tessa is actually Reaper. Number 6.
You conjuring me, John. I'm surprised. I took you for a lot of things, but suicidally reckless wasn't one of them.
This was meant to be Frederick Linnaeus' only appearance as Azazel, but audience reactions were so positive that he was brought back for the season finale. Number 7. This is technically the second time Dean should have died, the first time being in Season 1, episode Faith. And both times he was technically saved by a Reaper. Number 8.
Come on, you're the psychic. Give me some ghost whispering or something.
This is a reference to the popular show Ghost Whisperer with Jennifer Love Hewitt, where her gifts are communicating with the spirits. The show lasted 5 seasons from 2005 to 2010. Number 9.
You gotta make an exception. You gotta cut me a break.
Stage 3. Bargaining.
What Tessa said is referring to the Keebler-Ross model, which describes the 5 stages of grief, which are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Number 10. Carrie Ann Fleming, who was the dying nurse in this episode, also played the role of Karen Singer, Bobby's wife, in Season 5, Episode 15, Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid, and Season 7, Episode 10, Death's Door. With trivia complete, now on to continuity errors. Number 1. The truck that plows into the Impala at the end of Season 1 and the start of Season 2, the driver are 2 different actors wearing slightly different clothes. Number 2. The blood pattern on Dean's face and his wounds also change between the end of Season 1 episode and the start of Season 2. Number 3. Right after the demon rips off the car door, Sam lifts his head, but in the next close-up, he has his head still resting back against the seat. When we return to the first camera angle, his head is back up again.
Get back, or I'll kill you, I swear to God. You won't.
Number 4. A few little changes from when Sam leaves Dean's room and returns. When he leaves, the lights are on and the blinds are closed. But when he returns a minute later, the lights are off and the blinds are open.
Hey, so Dad wasn't in his room.
With continuity errors complete, now on to goofs. Number 1. When Dean rushes into the dying girl's room, Jensen's arm brushes up against one of the nurse's sleeves. This was mentioned in the DVD commentary. Since Dean is a spirit, he shouldn't be able to move clothing like that.
Get away from her!
Number 2. There's 3 very different dates on the monitor screens for Dean, John, and the dying girl. On Dean's monitor, it shows August 12th, 2006. On John's monitor, in the final scene where he dies, it shows July 19th, 2006. The heart monitor for the little girl who died had the date of July 17th, 2006. A lot of crazy dates going on here. Now let's tally up the total death touches done by this pretty Reaper. The first was a nurse that dropped to the floor from some heart attack and died before anyone could come to her rescue. The second was a little girl who died of an unknown injury or illness. The third was almost Dean, if it wasn't for his dad making the deal with the yellow-eyed demon Azazel. So the total deaths that we see are 2. If I had a chance to ask Tessa a question, I would ask if she knows the exact amount of all the death touches she has performed throughout life. I'm guessing she would say 1 billion. If anyone would like to know more about Reapers and the Angel of Death, check out the links in the description below. If anyone has an interest in real paranormal investigating, or simply have a story or strange photo you would like to share, visit longtime senior paranormal investigator, author of 12 books, public speaker, and even musician, Tom D'Agostino. You can find his contact info in the description below. Please remember to like and subscribe to become a member of Kripke's Supernatural. Thank you so much for watching, wayward fans, and as always, carry on the hunt.